Well, hello everyone, Cliff Ravenscraft here, and I wanted to see if I can't give you a brief tech tip today. Let's see here. One of the things that I do a lot is I study what other people are putting out into the world, whether that be written books, audio podcasts, YouTube content, purchasing their online digital courses, or whatever the case may be. I love to learn. I love to devote my life to just acknowledging what others have to teach me. So I'm consistently spending somewhere between as much as, usually never less than an hour, as much as 3 to 5 hours a day, many days, and very rare occasions there might be more hours than 5 hours, devoted to consuming the content that other people have created. Now, here's the thing. I love to learn to grow, but I have a real challenge. Whenever I learn something new, I love to share what I've learned with others. Not specifically take it and say, hey, here's something I got. You should listen to this. Although I do that quite a bit, and I just directly point people to that resource. But a lot of times I want to give commentary. And not just on the entire piece of content, but sometimes it's just one thing someone said. Or maybe out of a 45-minute piece of content, there were 3 phrases within the 45 minutes that really spoke to me. It's really helped me reshape how I think or see a specific area of my life. And now I want to share this breakthrough with other people. Now, I could go through, and occasionally I will do this. I will transcribe. I will go to that audio program and I will type out word for word what I heard them say. But in an audio podcast, if it's appropriate and easy enough for me to do, I might go and download that MP3 file, go and edit out those 3 particular phrases out of an entire audio clip. I'll have 3 separate audio clips. I can cue them up, play those audio files, and then give my commentary. And I've done this a number of times throughout the years. It gets a little bit more challenging, however, when I'm consuming content in an audiobook, for example, from Audible, where there's digital rights management. So in those cases, I may queue up and try to bookmark the exact start and stop place of those audio files. I might queue it up on my phone and have the headphone jacked into my recording and broadcast equipment, all of that crazy stuff, just so I can get that one little audio clip. Or I may actually just do that, pre-record that happening, and then have my audio clip queued up easily for me to inject in a piece of content that I'm giving commentary on. It's a lot of work, but it's still totally doable. However, let me ask you this. Have you ever wanted to download a YouTube video so that you can comment on just 90 seconds of what someone said in their 15-minute audio or 15-minute video on YouTube? I want to do this a lot. And so I've always looked for ways, and I've been able to do it ever since the advent of putting content on the web. It's not necessarily directly, you're not necessarily directly able to go to somebody else's YouTube channel and just click a button and download their content right to your hard drive. Now, with that being said, I can do that. I'm a YouTube Premium subscriber, so within the app, I can download anybody's YouTube content for playback later, but I can't just take that out of the YouTube app, transfer it over to my computer, and then bring that video into my audio editor so I can grab out that 90-second or 2-minute audio clip that I'm looking to play in a podcast and give commentary on. So I'm still looking for other ways to download other people's content. The other thing that happens to me occasionally is I might have a friend of mine who is doing an internet launch campaign. And for their internet launch campaign, they may put up 4 different highly actionable, highly valuable pieces of content on the internet. And I don't know if you've ever had an internet marketing friend of yours that's done this, but you click through to the link and man, you click play and you're about 3.5 minutes in and there's value bomb after value bomb after value bomb. Now you're about 3.5 minutes into it and they don't have a scroll bar. They don't have a fast forward. They don't have anything. You can play and pause. That's it. Sometimes I don't even know if you can do that. They have the ability and the psychological game that they're playing with you is that if you take away the ability to stop and move from one part, or even to see how long this video is, then if you come back to this page later, if it's even available later, then you're going to have to rewatch the entire thing. So if you're 7 minutes in, you might as well just sit this thing through all the way through. Well, ain't nobody got time for that. So for me, I always hate it when I can't tell how long a video is. I hate it when there's no ability for me to scrub through. So would you like to know how you could actually download those sales videos that are on their sales pages? I have a way. So there's a lot of times when I want to download other people's content. Now, with that being said, I always want to respect the rights, the digital ownership rights of anyone who's creating content. However, there are times when they've made this publicly available. I do want to consume it, but I'm about 7 minutes in. I don't know if this is a 10-minute piece of content or a 35-minute piece of content. I don't want to have to come back and rewatch these 7 minutes again. I would just want to click a button, download it, and watch it later at my own leisure. Now, that may or may not go against what they desired, and it's their content. And if they wanted to give me the scroll bar or the scrub bar to go through, I might be in a little gray area there. But most of the time that I actually want to download other people's content, it's not for that purpose. It's because they said something, just a phrase. I don't want to take their entire piece of content. I just want to take maybe 3, 4 things that they said, different sections of different places, and I want to comment on that, but I want to actually play their voice saying what they said, and I just want to say how much I enjoyed this. And of course, I'm going to give them a shout out. I'm going to credit the original source, put links to it, all of that good stuff. Have you ever wanted to do this? Well, I want to share with you a couple ways that you can do this. First and foremost, let me go ahead and switch over to my screen here. This is the first piece of software I want to talk to you about. It's called Downey. Downey, Downie. It's from software.charliemonroe.net/Downey. Or if you just go to mindsetanswerman.com/Downey, Downie, it will take you directly to that page. Well, maybe not. Maybe I misspelled it, or maybe I didn't create that Pretty Link page yet. So watch this. I'm just going to do this real fast. I'll go to Pretty Links, hit Add New. Maybe when I was doing this setup for this video, I forgot this step. So if I just go ahead and type this in, I'm using a Pretty Links app or plugin for my WordPress site that allows me to create these. Now watch what happens. If I go to mindsetanswerman.com/Downey now, you will see it will take you right where I told you it would take you. So now you can go to mindsetanswerman.com/Downie, and you will go straight to this software where you can purchase this app. And it is a plugin. It looks like it's right here, $19.99. I don't know what, there's another software called Permute. I don't know what Permute is, but $20, you can have this software, and it is a Chrome plugin as well. But you can go to pretty much any site and download content. So I'll give you an example. I'll go over to Casey Neistat, and let's just say he did his snowboarding video years ago. All right, so we're gonna just take this right here. Now, all I have to do is go to the page where a video file is, and then over here in my extensions toolbar, I'm gonna click on here, open this video with Downey. And so I'm going to click that. It says you have already downloaded snowboarding. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and hit download anyway. It's probably going to download a second version of it. So what you see here is it's going to look at all of the different file versions that are available. I want the highest resolution, and this must have been back in the day when Casey was still doing 780p or 720p videos, but that's the highest version of it available. I click select, and then you'll hear in the background, bling. That means it's finished downloading. And so if I go over here, I will be able to drag over the video file that I just downloaded. And if I play this right here, So now I have a downloaded original MP4 version of Casey Neistat's video off of YouTube. And if I want to, let's just say there's a speaking bit in here, I could actually take this file, open it up in Adobe Audition, strip out just the audio, and then get my clips. All right. Here's another example. So I want to go back over here to Chrome. So let's go back over to Chrome, and I will go to Facebook. All right. So facebook.com. And I've been doing a lot of YouTube Live lately. In fact, here's me doing YouTube Live right now. But yesterday I did one over here. Let's see, what you believe will determine your outcome in life. So I'm going to click on the little 7 hours ago. Actually, that was earlier today I did that. All right, so I want to just pause that, but let's just say I want to download this video. So I'm on the page right here. There's the URL of where that video exists on Facebook, and I am going to click the Downey button here in my browser. So I'm going to just go ahead and click that once, and there you go. It is a 720p video that Facebook stored for me, and so I'm going to go ahead and hit select, and that is off downloading in the background to my computer. Now, that was an hour and 27-minute video, so it's going to take just a little bit longer to download than it did Casey Neistat's video, but it will be finished downloading in just a moment. It'll put it on my desktop, and I will have an original version of that. Now, that's my own video, so I have an original version, but I could do this for anybody else's Facebook live streams. Now, occasionally, I want to go into somebody's private group. So recently, my friend Ray Edwards has his private group right here. You can see it's private. Ray Edwards Copywriting Community, and he just recently did an amazing video. And I wanted to go grab some audio clips from something he said about don't hate the haters. And it's January 24th at 8:03 a.m. And so here it is on the page. And now what I want to do is I want to click the Downey button. Now, it's going to sit there for a minute. Normally, it would have already popped up by now. But here's what I can tell you. Sometimes Downey gets blocked by the password protection, and sometimes it gets blocked behind private groups, and it has a little bit of a challenge. Now, Charlie Monroe, if that's his name, the developer, I can tell you that he's oftentimes working on keeping this up to date so you don't run into this sort of problem. But this thing is still trying to chug away, and eventually it's going to give me a login video thing, and it's going to pull up here, and it's just not going to work. And I'm just going to see if we can just sit this out for just a moment and see if I can't show you what it looks like when it doesn't work. But I promise you, Downey is attempting to work in the background. So I'm just gonna sit here and take a look at it. Yeah, it says that it's about 80% and it's getting stuck. So you can't see it here. It's on another window, and there's just there we go. So now it says log into Facebook. And of course I am logged into Facebook. And typically what will happen is you just click done, and then it should, if the software was up to date with the latest workarounds, Facebook's things, it would immediately begin downloading. It would give me those multiple options and stuff like that, but it's still not downloading in the background. And eventually it's going to pop up and it's going to tell me that there is an issue. And the only reason I know that is because I've been trying this 3 or 4 times. So that's where I want to show you something different. So I'm going to pull up some different software here. Your screen's there's nothing wrong with your screen. It's just that I am pulling up my iPhone to share with you and broadcast to you. This is a way to download content using your iPhone. So there's a browser. It's called Private. It's called Private Browser, and this app is unique in that it allows you to download videos right onto your iPhone, much in the way that Downey allows you to do it on your desktop browser. So I'm going to show you how this works. For example, I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm already logged in. All right, and then I'm going to go to Ray Edwards. So let's see. Actually, no, I want to hit search, and I want to go to Ray Edwards Copywriting Academy. All right, so there we go, or Copywriting Community. And I want to scroll down to this content right here, don't hate the haters, and I'm going to click on the date, and it takes me right to that piece of content. Now, here's what happens in this private browser. You click the play button, and it's going to give you an option in just a moment. It's going to say, listen, do you want to download this video? Do you want to copy the link or hit cancel? If you hit cancel, it'll just start playing it right there in the browser. But I'm going to go ahead and hit download, and it gives me a little check box. And by the way, I can actually take this video that's playing from Ray and stop it. But back here in the background, you'll see down at the bottom, there's a tab that says downloads. And this is actually downloading the 142.6 megabyte video that Ray live streamed to his community. Now, I watched this on Instagram Live the other day, which was free for 24 hours, and then it was gone, and I'm like, man, there's some things that Ray said. I would love to just go and find some of those things that he said. It really inspired some thoughts within me, and I would love to give some commentary on this. And so I went looking for this, and I couldn't find it on Ray's public Facebook page. I couldn't find it on his personal profile on Facebook. And I'm like, Ray, I know you keep talking about the fact that you're not just doing this on Instagram, but you're also doing it on Facebook. And turns out he was doing it inside of this private group, which he gave me access to. So I'm wanting to download this. Downey wasn't working. So here I am now downloading this video. I'll have my own copy of it here in just a moment. And it's now, you see where it says completed. All right, so if I want to, I can click on this and it pulls it up. And this is actually it on my phone. And if I hit these three little dots, I can hit share. And now I can airdrop this to Cliff's iMac right there. So now it's waiting, and just a second. By the way, the little sound that you just heard was the 1 hour and 27-minute Downey download of my live stream from earlier today. So that one's finished. And now my 2015 5K iMac now has Ray's thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back over to my desktop here, and I am going to go over and I'm going to pull over to here, and I'm going to show you that I now have that video from his private group. Hold on one second. All right, so there you go. What I wanted to share with you, and let me see if I can't get back. Oh, there. Okay, so I had to do that. There we go. What I wanted to share with you is that there are ways that you can get video content that other people are producing on the web if you're somebody like me who is going to use this, I think, for the appropriate reasons. Now, you don't want to just be taking somebody's content and then just packaging it up and sharing it with everybody you know and stuff like that. This is obviously something that Ray's put behind a private group and stuff like that. Probably would make sense for me to make sure that I get permission from Ray to quote a couple things that he said. Chances are I could probably pull this off without asking for that, just assuming some things based upon our very long-standing, very close personal relationship. But even then, I still probably reach out to him and say, hey, Ray, I'd like to take a couple things that you said in your thing and create some content around that, and I'd love to give you a shout out. Are you cool with that? I just want to say this. If you were to use an app like one of these, which, by the way, let me also share with you real quickly where you can find that private browser for the iOS, because I would want to know that. And I actually created a URL download here. So let me pull this over here. And so I already told you about mindsetanswerman.com/Downey, mindsetanswerman.com. This one's going to be mindsetanswerman.com/iOS download. That's mindsetanswerman.com/iOS download. You click on that, and then boom, it will take you to the secure private downloader, which is, if you click on that, it'll take you to the App Store, which is then called the Private Browser with Adblock by Nick Verizon. All right, so with that being said, don't use this to violate people's digital rights for the for the content that they've created. Always take into consideration that this content is owned by someone else. And I know that in an audiobook, it says, no, you may not rebroadcast, you may not share any version, anything from this without the rights of the publisher and blah, 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 blah. And I want you to understand this. I am not an attorney. I know nothing about the legalities of anything, how to protect you. You could go search to your blue in the face about fair use and commentary and all this other stuff. I am not going into that. I will tell you, you must consider the rights of other people who own the content that you're downloading. But for me, I know what I want to do. I know what I have done. I know the intent behind it. And there are a lot of times where I would love to just take a little clip from here or there, play a little bit of it, and then give a lot of commentary, credit the original source. And I typically, when I do this from audiobooks, I usually sell a couple hundreds of copies of books. When it came to Gay Hendricks and the Big Leap, I know I sold over 1,000 copies of his book. So I'm always doing this for the right reasons, for the right purpose, with the right intent. With that being said, I still could get myself in trouble. There were years ago when I used to do this thing called the Lost podcast about the TV show Lost, and I would take audio clips from the show every episode, and I would play audio clips of different things that the character said on the show, and then we would give commentary. I can tell you right now, that violates the quote-unquote letter of the law. But I did it for years, and not once did I ever get in trouble. However, I went with this thought. And it's not something I recommend for you. This is something I'm going to describe what I've done, but I am not prescribing for you. I went forward with the philosophy, well, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to seek permission. There's so much red tape that I would have gone through. I'm not really harming anything. I'm certainly not harming the ability for them to monetize. I'm not financially hurting them by what I'm doing. If nothing else, I'm only doing things that actually give them more exposure, increased profitability from the content they're doing. Just hear me out. If you use either of these tools, make sure you're always considering, what would you want people to do with this content if they had the ability to download some of your stuff that was in a private group, some of your stuff that was inside of a paid course inside of Kajabi? And yeah, you can download people's Kajabi videos too, even if they don't give you the access. What would you want somebody to be able to do if they had this tool on one of your sales videos? So just treat others as you would want them to treat you. That's all I'm saying. And if you have a very low standard of how you feel about all of that, then you're probably not watching me at this point. You probably have no desire and don't resonate with the kind of content that I put into the world. So I'm not so concerned about it. But I just wanted to share with you a tech tip, how I am able to get access to content from other people so that I can quickly download it, bring that video file I can bring that into Adobe Audition, and then Adobe Audition will split out just the audio, and I can go in and chop out and pull out just, a couple phrases here and there in audio format so that I can play them in podcast or various live streams and let people hear what I heard and then comment on it. Little commentary, a little bit of addition, a little bit of extra exposure for them. My friends, I hope you found this valuable. Thank you so much for tuning in to my Facebook live stream. Thank you for being a subscriber to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CliffRavenscraft, click that subscribe button. If you want to hit the bell notification, I think there's 2 people I hit the bell notification on. Anyway, and if you like the content that I put out into the world and you want to support some of the content that I put out into the world, head over to mindsetanswerman.com/audiojournal. mindsetanswerman.com/audiojournal. You can subscribe to become a Patreon supporter of the work that I do in this world as well. All right, until next time, my friends, I encourage you to take everything you do to the next level. Bye-bye.